very big. What happened there? You're not supposed to see that much of me. Although, you can see me now. You caught me. Let me get here a little bit closer. Looks like I gotta shave again so I don't look like an old man. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys come to my channel, though. I really appreciate you supporting an old guy like me. I've been gray since I was 30. I had gray hair. Actually, in my late 20s. Anyway, um, let me make sure everything's good. I've been gray since I was 30. Now let me know the quality of the sound because it seems like there's a lot of pitting going on in my voice when I'm talking. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Game Cooker US Rocks VR here. So, I wanted to just talk about um, mod packs for Cyberpunk that um, work with 2.1, the Alan Wake 2 situation, and uh, buying PC parts right now. So I'm not sure what order I was going to do it in, but maybe I will just do it the mod packs, then talk about Alan Wake, then do the PC parts. So what I want to do here though is I'm going to put the collections link because I forgot to do that. And then I'll also put the Alan Wake, um, the Microsoft link here that I got talking about some things. And then I'm going to also link you the Alan Wake so that you can go check out the specs. If you want to play that game, pay attention to the specs. All right, so the links are there. So the first thing I wanted to do is talk about Cyberpunk 2077. If you didn't know already, Cyberpunk 2077 came out in 2020. It wasn't running very good on the consoles. People that had very low-end PCs also could not run the game well. I never really had a problem, even though I didn't. All my PCs aren't like what you would call high-end now anymore. But I don't know what to say. Um, but there was a lot of people who couldn't play it well in the beginning, and it did have bugs. So after they did a few main patches, it kind of fixed most things up. Then they updated the game to 2.0. That broke a lot of people's mods, as do many major updates with games. And then everybody was waiting for 2.1 because that was going to break mods again. So, uh, so here we are. I don't know if they released 2.2 yet. I can probably go into my Steam. Oh yeah, here it is now. It's the update is ready right now, actually, as we speak. So this is probably the 2.02 update here. It's waiting for the update. So as you can see here, so I'm not sure of the exact number here though. What is going on here? There we go. So if we say update, I mean I probably shouldn't be downloading it while I'm streaming, but anyway. Oh yeah, right here, patch 2.2. There it is. So I mean, I don't want to read the entire thing, but it says rebalance the time limits for vehicle contracts, various fixes for animations, lighting, scenes, visual effects, and more. Fix collision issues in various locations. When starting a new game and skipping ahead to Phantom Liberty, quests were simulated as completed. Will now be visible in Journal. You know, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. I guess I could, I don't know, there's really not a way to link this. Let me see here. Let me see if there's a way to link that. I don't think so. Because it always comes up in a separate window here. Oh, copy page URL. I don't know. I'll try that. It'll probably come up in Steam, so you can either go to, yeah, it's going to come up in Steam, either to the Steam one or, um, just go to CD Projekt Red. So I hope this doesn't break the game anymore, because I'm getting tired of like fixing my mods. My goodness. But anyway, back to Cyberpunk modding. Okay. So here's the mod packs that you can get. So let's say you're new to modding, or you don't know how to modding too well, or maybe only dabble into one or two, or maybe you're just like don't feel like looking and looking and looking and looking, for mods. Well, you can go to collections. Okay, what I'll do is I will try to make this a little bigger. I'll move my head down here. Let me just zoom in this real quick. I think it will zoom in. Yeah, see it says collections right here. Okay, so um, that's what that link is going to bring you to this. Now, um, these are what they have showing. Well, actually, there's pages and pages. Actually, I didn't realize there was that many collections. So anyway, you have so many to look through here. Okay, but the one thing I just wanted to let you know is that these will give you many different mods into one pack. But there is a caveat to this. It does not install the mods for you. Okay? And what I'll show you right now, what it does. So if you click on, like, say, City of Dreams here, which is one of the ones I downloaded, right? City of Dreams. And you say add the vortex. You click this button here, and then it'll kind of, depending on how you have your vortex set up, it'll pop everything up like this. It'll do some things first, and then it'll start showing you these mods, right? So right here, right? So then you just click download. And then if there's 100 mods, then you have to do that 100 times. If there's 800 mods, then you're going to have to do that 800 times. So that's the only down negative to all this, right? Is the positive is that you don't have to like look through page after page after page after page of mods. Um, you can look at a collection, and then if the collection looks like it has most of the mods that you would be interested in, then that's an easier way to find things that you like to put in your game. All right, now some of these packs are very like have a whole bunch of different stuff, like this City of Dreams one right here. This has got texture stuff, it's got cosmetic stuff, it's got stores, it's got new items, it's got adult stuff in there too, so always be mindful that some of these packs do have adult stuff in them. You don't have to install the adult mods though. You can just hit this little button here called skip. Like I don't want this E3V textures, right? I so what you can do is if you're unsure about something, just click this little icon here and then it'll open up the page. I mean, even if you click on, oops, okay, sorry. Even if you click on download, it's not going to install it right away because you have to actually tell it to. So if you say download, it'll come to this, right? And then you just hit either fast download if you are subscribed to Nexus or slow download, which I'm not subscribed, so I just take the slower downloads. And that does make things take longer. So if you have a mod pack that has like 800 mods in it, you may just want to pay the $6 for the first month to do the fast downloads because it doesn't. It took me 2 days to do the City of Dreams one because it literally has uh, 800 mods in it. So it's pretty crazy. Um, So it did take me a long time to finally finish it. Um, so let's get back to here again. Okay. Oh well, I'm getting all discombobulated here. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So when you hit download, you'll get to this. Just click back to files. This is, of course, if you're unsure about a mod. Like if you just want to know what it is better than the description. So you hit the description over here, and then it kind of tells you what it does. Okay, and then if you're still kind of unsure about it, usually they have this section here, posts, so you can go in there and then read what people have to say, right? Whether people like it, they don't like it, whether it's not working well or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and that might help you troubleshoot too if you're having similar problems. Um, okay, so you have all these things you can do to ensure that you want it. So, but if you don't want a mod, you don't have to download it. Just hit skip. And then this one's obviously related to the one I just skipped, so I'm going to skip it again. And then of course you have other, like this one's Dakota alternate appearance. If you want that, click download and then click download. But I didn't like the alternate appearances, right? That's another reason you want to look, right? Like to me, I don't want any of these appearances. You know what I mean? But that's just me, right? So he kind of like mixed faces together to get the different looks. Now, she looks weird, but this one here I would probably consider. This one I might consider. Um, but really there's no other faces on here that really interest me. I mean, maybe some of the chrome and gold, the chrome face maybe. Maybe the plastic white, maybe, you know. Maybe the Arasaka one here. Now this one just shows the cyberware. So just remember that. It doesn't necessarily mean so I'm not exactly sure like you can change the clothes, right? So just remember that even though you're downloading like a particular mod, um, like for instance, I'll do it again, right? You hit download. This one here is just bringing up outfits, right? So even though it says alternate appearance, I'm not sure exactly. So it's not changing the face. It does say face hair. Okay, there you go. So alternate closed face hair for Dakota. All right, so um, apparently the faces you probably have to download manually and then choose which face that you want. Okay. Yeah, so this is one that I'll probably come back to later and just manually install it myself. So that one I'll skip. So Alt Cunningham, Bustier, I already did that one. Now the thing is though, if you don't like the option that they picked, right, then and then go to like any of the alternate files here, right? So like I just gave her a vanilla body, but that's because I have another mod that changes the NPCs. But if you go ahead and choose a different one than the collection told you to, then this is not going to disappear. Okay? It's not going to disappear. So I can skip this. I'll show you in a second, I guess. Edge Runner radio station, I don't want it, so I'm skipping it. Improve radio, don't care, skipping it. So here's gym wear, right? So this pack mainly wants you to have the big butt, big breast, right? But I only have the big butt and have breasts done by a different mod, so I don't use the enhanced big breast archive here. So this is what they're going to want you to download. So again, you got to know what kind of body type you have. Okay? And you have to have, if you do want the big butt and breast, then you have to have the mod that gives you big butt and breast. Otherwise these clothes are just going to look weird. Okay? So just remember that. So if you don't want the big butt and breast, back up, go over to the files section and see if they just have, like in my case, a realistic butt, right? Which I already downloaded. See, I did the undershorts with the realistic butt, and then I did the vanilla top because the breasts that I have are big, but they change automatically because of the body type that I used. Okay, so hopefully. All right, so if you don't download the one that they suggest, then um, this is not going to disappear. So I'm going to try to get to one to show you. Like I don't use Mail V, so I always skip all those. I already did the tank tops with my own body type. So you see all these are like ones that I actually did download, but it's telling me to download these. Anyway, so they really need they need to fix the collections in that respect so that it somehow detects um you know what that you already downloaded a particular mod, you know. So I'll try to find one that I can download here. But most of these have big breasts. So the enhanced big breast, sorry. I mean, I could download from mail. It's not going to matter. So let me just do that. I mean, I really hate some of these mods for the men, though. All right, so there's a stinky jumpsuit from mail. So if we download it and stinky jumpsuit pants, I'll click download, right? And then you'll see that that window will now disappear. What's up, Hawk? See, it disappeared now. See? So, but otherwise, these are always going to forever stay. Um, if you don't pick the one that they're requesting. See, like here's realistic big butt. So if I click download, I mean, I probably already have this one, but see now it disappeared. So now if I go back to this here, this is only the mesh. See, so you have to make sure that you're reading carefully and know some things, right? So that you still need the main file here. So this is one of the problems with the collections is that you have to kind of pay attention, right? So I have the realistic big butt. So you have to download this file for this to work. So you still need the main file. So if so download this one with the mod manager. All right, so it's downloading. The other thing that you have to pay attention to as well is does do these outfits coincide with a store? Right? The raccoon dumpster is a store. So you have to have the store. See, like right here, the RV Coon Dumpster Pinky Dude's Virtual Atelier store required to buy my items. So if you don't have the store, then click on that and then download the store. That way you can access the items through the computer terminal in the game. Okay, so you buy it like on Amazon, right? That's kind of like what they're trying to depict there. Now, if there is no store, you're going to be like, well, how do I get the items, right? And of course, this one doesn't have um, the items showing. So let's go to a different. Let's go to the next one here, sports bra. I don't know if he's going to put them on the description page here. Let's see. He may have them in the post sometime. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so if it's not in the description section, go to the posts. Sometimes the mod guy will post it here. So this is the game codes that you can type in to get the items in your inventory without having to buy them. Okay, if you want to buy them, you just go to the store that's in the game. Okay. Otherwise, you copy this to a text file on your computer. Just create a text file like I did here. Like here's a text file. And I put my items here like this. So that this way I know what they are. See boot pants for V. That way when I'm done installing all these mods, the ones that I want to get right away in my inventory, I can just use these codes in the Cyber Engine tweaks when I go in the game and just get those. Okay. And I only did that because I want to test them because I'm not sure if they're going to work with my body type. Okay, so you do have to kind of know a little bit. You know, it's not really that hard to learn. But like Cyber Engine tweaks here, you have to install that. Like most mods won't work without it now. So you're just going to have to bite your tongue and install them. But anyway, so that's pretty much um, the collections, what you're going to have to do. Now, once you're done the collections, which I already did and then restarted it like a dummy, I'm going to have to skip through all these again. Now, since you skipped some mods, Vortex is always going to keep telling you that you have to complete the collection. So just ignore that. And it's going to tell you that there's dependencies that you need, which you don't. Okay, because you didn't install the mods. Okay? I mean, you can just double check, go through the list, and just see if you did install a mod that has a dependency. But most of the time, you know, once you install the mod, I mean, again, you can check the dependencies, right? So when you click download, if you're not sure, again, look at the description, right? The description here. Go to requirements. It tells you like you need Tweak XL, you need Archive XL. If you're using Realistic Butt, you need Realistic Butt. If you're using Big Breast, then you need this big Breast mod. If you're using a different body type, again, make sure you know what body type you're using. You don't need this one if you're using this one, right? Lion's Lush Body, Large Breast, Voluptuous Edition. Okay, so you have to know which body type you're using. And make sure that the file that you're downloading is going to work with that body type, right? Here you got big booty, here you got enhanced big breast. Here you have big breast and butt. Here you have Lion's Lush Body, Project Valentine Body. So again, just know something. You have to know a little bit. All right, so the ones that I downloaded, just so we can wrap this part up, is I did the high res graphics mod, which is again a crap load of mods. City of Dreams, which is like exponentially more mods. And then I'm going to download the City of Dreams 4K mod, which I haven't even gotten to yet because it took me 2 days to do the other one so far. So the other mods that I downloaded was Metro System because that's updated for to work with the latest Cyber Engine tweaks, native UI, Archive XI, and Codeware. So you need all these three installed to make the Metro System work. Now, what the Metro System does is help, as you can see here in this little GIF, it lets you ride the Metro System that all you can do is look at in the game, right? So you can actually go to the metro area, part where you used to just fast travel. And if it's working correctly, when you click on that, when you go to the subway system and click on that glass window or doorway, then it's going to take you into another section right here. And then what will happen is the I don't know if they got the pictures. Yeah, the train will pull up like this, and then you'll walk up the stairs and go in. And then you'll literally be able to ride the metro system in the game. This is really, really cool. I mean, it seems like simple, but it really makes everything so much more immersive that you can actually literally drive the metro system, look out the window, and you're moving through the city like in real time. This isn't like a cut scene or anything like that. You can I think you can jump out while it's moving. I have to try that. But you're literally riding the metro through the city. So if you just wanted to start at one end of the city and say I want to go to the farthest, part of the metro that I can go, then you will literally ride from that spot all the way to that far end, and you'll be able to like just look out the window, getting a nice view of the city. You can take screenshots if you want while you're going. I mean, it's like I know that again that sounds really weird, right? But that excites me. Like this is what I want gaming to become. Gaming, we are still not there in 2023 to have gaming. Like I thought gaming was going to be so much more immersive now. Like I didn't realize that we would get this far graphically or have VR by now, or I thought I'd be dead, before some things were actually mainstream. But the fact that we have VR now, virtual reality, and can play games that way, oh, that is wonderful. If you don't have a VR system, go buy one. If it's too expensive, find one used. Buy one of the original Vives if you can get one, dirt cheap. Just make sure the controllers work because they cost, a lot of money. Make sure the whole thing works. Um, because you'd be better off just buying one if you have to pay for the parts, because they're very expensive each. But this is just great, where you can like travel through the city as if in real life. And unfortunately, with Cyberpunk 2077, they really didn't go all out immersive with the NPCs that just walk around the city. I really wish that they took more time or would be working on an expansion that would bring to life a lot of the NPCs in the city. Like, I really think that they should actually not stop working on this game. I know they're working on part two, but you know, this one's good. You know, it there's a it has a good foundation. Like, there's a lot here. You know, um, of course, modders are working on it, but I don't think they're gonna. I highly doubt they're gonna like take all that time to to work on NPCs. But as far as talking to you and conversing with you, and you can take them out on a date, or add. They should have more quests. Like if you like, in other words, they have a lot of these police quests that you can do, and in some of these quests, you can actually save people. You know, like it's not a quest to save them necessarily. They can die and you'll still complete the quest. But if you kill the bad guys or the gang members before they have a chance to kill the person that they have apprehended, because most of the time they're about to put a bullet in somebody's head, unfortunately, or they're beating them up, and you save them, some of the NPCs will say, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Like they do actually say that, but that's it. That's all they do, and then they get up and walk away, or they just stay there. Like that should trigger another quest line. Like maybe later on, like I don't know, just as you progress through the game, somebody contacts you and says, "Oh, I'm so glad that you answered," or whatever the case is, and you know, I I didn't know who you were before, but man, I've been hearing on the streets, and I saw you on the news, you know, uh, you're V, you know. You saved my life, And I just wanted to, um, whatever. Ask if you can help me out with something, or if you can connect me with somebody, hook me up with somebody who I'll never be able to talk to. I mean, there's just so many things that you could do in these types of games, to just kind of like extend the life of it, extend the immersion. Anyway, that's my ramble about that. But anyway, here's the metro system. It's definitely worth getting. The other one that I did was this one called Surfaces, and this one basically replace maps from in the game with new materials and surfaces in high resolution up to 4K. All right, so that just basically makes things look better in the game. You know, you can't really see that well, but you know, so I never will turn away having my game looking better. And you have to be careful with these texture mods. Some of them are really, really take up a lot of space. And if your GPU can hold it in the VRAM, sometimes your game will run better. And then of course this is better surfaces textures. This is just basically another one. It's just showing you like game and an upscaled version. And then of course if they had to repair it, manually fixed, because there was actually missing. But it was probably faded to begin with. They probably wanted it that way. So they're just showing you like before, after. Just their interpretation, I guess, before, after, so it's making the picture look better. Before, after. Say it looks better. Before, kind of blurryish, after. They just kind of, it just refines things, so it looks pretty good. So this would be good for you, Hawk, with your 4070. Although, it says, um, where did I read that? I read somewhere that some of these mods, let's see here. If you put a lot of these mods in here, sometimes, like I said, they can take up a lot of space. I don't know why I don't see it now. But anyway. Um, so, if you only play at 1440p, then always pick like 2K textures if they have it. You know, don't do the 8K. You know, like I picked the 4K, I guess apparently. But you can pick 8K as well. You can also use that one. But like I think what I was reading was if you did the surfaces here and the 4K textures as well as the um, that it can take up as much as 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So that's a lot. I did this 4K upscale collection and mainly targets stuff like this. Sorry for the sniffles. Targets those items. um, So yeah, just know that when you're putting 4K and 8K textures in, it could take up a lot of space. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I got to say about Cyberpunk mods. So yeah, I'll have to finish that later. What's next? What's next? All right, so now let's talk about Alan Wake here. What happened? Where did it go? Oh, I was gonna play music in the background. Okay, here it is. All right, so Alan Wake, right as you can see here, it's coming out soon. I think it's only an Epic Store exclusive right now, which is unfortunate. That's why I titled it an Epic Mesh. I believe. So it's Epic Game Store. Okay, so you can buy it Xbox Series X or S. You can buy it on console, PS5 and then Xbox consoles. Although I don't know if this includes PC version. Probably not. I wonder if you can play it on PC. Let's see. It just says Xbox Series X and S. So, I mean, I have Game Pass. Oh, is this published by Epic Games? Oh, I didn't realize that. Huh. Do they own Remedy Entertainment? Or is the publisher just the person that sells the game? Anyway, whatever. It's an Epic exclusive on PC though. Wait. Boy, this is very like everything's all discombobulated here. Okay. Anyway, let me just full screen this. So, okay, so the requirements for Alan Wake are this is really annoying. What's going on here? Let me put this back. Can I put this back up here? Yeah, let me do that, because that's just kind of... I don't know if they got the requirements here or not. Let me see if it lists the requirements. Let's see if it has the requirements. It doesn't really show like the specific requirements. It just says Windows. Huh. I wonder if they changed that. Let's see if they got the requirements here. Sorry, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you would think that they would have the requirements here. Somewhere. Easy to find. Apparently not. It's not listed on Steam yet, unfortunately. Sorry, I got the sniffles. The weather's been changing. See, it's like they don't even have it on their own, like, website, which is kind of stupid. Well, I don't know what this thing is. Can you run it? I'll copy that and add that to the Just because I'm using it, I'll give them credit. So that's where I'm getting the system requirements from. So I'm doing this because I'm going to talk about something in a minute. So as you can see here, this is a much more odd requirement list than, say, some of the other games that have been coming out, right? So here it says a Core i5 7600K. Now, I believe that's only a 6-core, 6-thread processor. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? And a Ryzen 5 1600, which, that's not really a strong PC, that's for sure, or CPU. So this game is going to be probably more graphically intensive than CPU, because the 1600 is really not a strong CPU at all. It's a 6-core 12-thread, but the first Ryzen chips were not that great. Okay? So you're going to need a minimum of 16 gigs of RAM, an RTX 2060, and 6600 6 gig. So, whoa. What was it? What happened there? Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing it. So you need at least 6 gigs of VRAM. You're going to need Pixel Shader 5.1, Vertex Shader 5.1. You're going to need Windows 10 or 11 64-bit, so this will not run on a 32-bit system. And you're going to need 90 gigabytes of free disk space. Now the other thing is we don't know how it's going to run on a hard drive versus an SSD. Okay, but here's the recommended specs. Right? I'll zoom in a little bit more here. i7 11700K, so that's an 8-core processor. 3700X, which I believe is also an 8-core processor. A GeForce 3060 or RX 6600 XT. Now, I don't know why it says 8 gigabytes. Like, there is an 8 gigabyte 3060. That's for sure. I don't know what this advertisement is here. Very annoying. I hate when sites do that. The 6600 XT, I guess that's 8 gigabytes, yeah. But there was an RX 3060, I think, that was 8 gigabytes. Most people have the 12 gigabyte one. And then, so here, they're recommending 8 gigs with the same specs at the bottom. Now, why is not the 5000 series Radeon's mentioned? Because they're newer, right? Pretty new. And why is only the 2000 series mentioned rather than the 10 series, like the 1080 Ti, the 1080? They're all very strong cards still. Well, it's because of this thing here called mesh shaders. Apparently the game is made with just mesh shaders support. Now they may change that because of the backlash. Okay? Because there has been a backlash. Because somebody on Twitter, apparently from the company, mentioned this. That people with Radeon 5000 series or earlier may not be able to run the game. And also people with NVIDIA 10000 series and earlier may not be able to run the game. So I'm just going to read this real quick just so you can see what mesh shaders are. So the main goal of the mesh shader is to increase the flexibility and performance of the geometric pipeline. Mesh shaders subsume most aspects of vertex and geometry shaders into one shader stage by processing batches. I don't know if this is too loud for you guys. Where are we at here now? Mesh shaders subsume most aspects of vertex and geometric shaders into one shader by processing batches of vertices and primitives before the rasterizer. They are additionally capable of amplifying and culling geometry. Mesh shaders also enhance performance by allowing geometry to be pre-culled without outputting new index buffers to memory, whereas currently some geometry is culled by fixed function hardware. There will additionally be a new amplification shader stage, which enables current tessellation scenarios. Eventually, the entire vertex pipeline will be two stages, an amplification shader followed by a mesh shader. In recent years, developers proposed geometry pipelines that process index buffers with the compute shader before vertex shaders. This compels us to revisit geometry pipelines and move towards accommodating this type of pipeline as part of the API. Mesh shaders require developers to refactor their geometry toolchain by separating geometry into compressed batches or meshlets that fit well into the mesh shader model and turn off hardware index reads altogether. Titles can convert meshlets into regular index buffers for vertex shader fallback. From the hardware perspective, the goal is to remove the need for the index processing part of the input, or the IA, I'm not sure what that is, and allow GPUs to be more parallel. Mesh and amplification shaders will use graphics root signature or their parameters. We will add shader visibility flags for mesh and amplification shader root signature slots. So, blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't even know what half of that stuff is. I don't even know what half that means. I mean, I do kind of, but I can't explain it. So, in other words, what this does is just makes it so that they can run the game more efficiently. Okay? Deal with the graphics part of it more efficiently. Okay? So that's basically what it does. Alright? I mean, you can look up all this stuff. You know, like what is a vertex? What are, vertex and geometry shaders? You know, blah, 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 all that stuff. So in other words, it's doing it the new way rather than the old way. And the old GPUs, to make a long story short, don't support mesh shaders. So that's the short thing. So if you have a 10,000 series GPU from NVIDIA or earlier, you may not even be able to run the game. And if you have a Radeon 5000 series card or earlier, you may not be able to run the game. Or it's going to run like crap. So, yeah. Big problem. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. And the other issue is that this game is coming out on Epic Store only. I would have loved to have bought this game, but I am not going to buy it on Epic Store because I just don't like the whole Epic exclusive thing. And I don't really play on consoles. I have a console, but I don't really use it for gaming. So that's a shame. Now, if I did get this game for free somehow, or, of course, if I made money on my channel, then I would buy it just so I can test my GPUs, because I have a GTX 1070 and I have an RTX 2070. So I could have tested it. I could have done like a, how does it run with this GPU with my PC setup, but unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money right now. We're kind of like broke, as we would say. At this point in time, the bills have just piled up. So it would have been nice. I mean, I may try to request the key, but they always deny me because I'm just not a big enough channel. So, oh well. I guess I'll have to wait a year until it comes on Steam. But by then it'll be too late to do any videos. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about that. Yeah, I don't support Epic exclusives anyway. So I don't ever buy anything on Epic Store until they get rid of the exclusive thing. I'm not going to buy their games. Plus the store, why would I buy it on there? The store is a mess. Anyway, so let's get on to PC hardware, man. Let's check out some prices. So if you wanted to buy put it together a PC now, right? Newegg used to be the place to go, but no longer is. I'm sorry to say. There's just too many like resellers on here and scalpers, and it's just not a great hardware. I mean, you can still get some deals on here, don't get me wrong, but I mean, like I typed in just generically GPUs, right? And then if you click search and then go to lowest price, then you just get page after page after page of these like just crappy, you know, low profile graphics cards that really are just there if you like only have like UHD graphics or something like from an old computer and you can't really run your movies smoothly on your computer. Well, these do help with that. You know, you can run video pretty well using these cards. But that's about it. You can't game with them. So you have to go through like page 2, you know, junk. Page 3, junk. Page 4, junk. I mean, even into the low hundreds, it's junk. You know? And even in the mid hundreds, you're just seeing junk. Like an RX 570 4 gig for 150. Like, are you serious? More low profile stuff. Junk. Like junky low profile stuff. I mean, a Radeon HD 6871 gigabyte. Like, how old is that thing? Like, they haven't been out in, like, a long time. Now, they do have some Quadro stuff. But it's, like, really weak. You know, 1 gigabyte GDR3. This must be so old. I don't know where they get these things from. So you have to go, like, to page 6 or 7 before you even get to anything worth looking at. You know? So let's go to page 7. And I have the filter by lowest price. So now we got to some 1650s. For $184. Like, are you kidding me? Now here's a Soyo RX 5700. It says see price and cart. So let's add it to our cart. Proceed the cart. Oh my god, are you serious? Usually it signs right in. What's going on here? Sign in. Hold on. Oh, whoa, what was that? Oh my god. Oh, shoot. I'm in the wrong browser. Yikes. Oops. Wrong browser, man. Alright, so I gotta do that all over again, sorry. Because I was in my wrong browser, man. I thought that was Edge. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go to lowest price. We're just gonna go to page 7 since we know where it is. Page 7. Or at least it should be. Let's see if it's on here still. Here, 50. Okay, so it's $185. But the problem with that is they're worthless now because you can't even play Alan Wake 2 unless, you know, they patch the game to support the Vertex shaders or whatever they're called, the old style. You know, but this is an 8 gigabyte card, but that's still a lot of money. That's not even worth it, you know. I mean, look at this, a 6600 for 200 bucks. I mean, that's like ridiculous. Like what how long do we have to go before we get to like something worth? Let me zoom in so you guys can see. I mean, look at this stuff. 6650, 8 gig for 240. I mean, we should already be seeing like 7600 pretty soon. Here's a 3060 12 gigabyte. Ooh, look at that. Is that available? Wow. Combo savings if you're building a PC. I don't know. What brand is this? Zotac, huh? Combo savings. How do you do combo savings? How do you do it? Combo savings. See more. Okay, so here's combos. Oh, where's that card though? I don't know how the combo savings works. Popular combos. Okay, so if you wanted to build a PC and you wanted the 12 gig 3060, you could. You have a Solidigm 2 terabyte M.2. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this. This is just an example, that's all. Now this thing is not worth it. $287 for a 366 millimeter. Are you crazy? That is like ridiculous. Same thing with this. A $309 for a case? What? See, now you lost the combo savings. I mean, that is... Why did the promo discount? Yeah, see, that's... You have to be careful because they're trying to get rid of stuff. You know what I mean? So you can get this for $250. You can get 32 gigs of DDR5 for $100. You can get a 2 terabyte M.2 Solidigm, which are good drives, but that's only PCI 4 for $142. And yeah, this just is not. Let's see if you wanted the monitor here. If you wanted the monitor, 1440p. Copy of Windows 11. Okay, so now you just need a processor. They don't let you find a processor. So for $792, you know, you can get the video card, RAM, 2 terabyte drive, a 1440p monitor, and Windows 11. But we don't know what's the specs on this monitor. Crap, it keeps doing that. It doesn't give you the specs on the monitor, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's a big problem. Here we go. So it's got 170 hertz, so that's pretty decent. And that's MSI. Not bad. That's a pretty good deal, actually. 1440. Although it's only 27 inches. I like 32, personally. But whatever, 27's pretty decent size. 1 millisecond response time, 4 millisecond GDG, 172 hertz, FreeSync Premium. So, and it's a curved. I've been getting kind of used to curved monitors. They do actually look better in some respects. So that's not a bad start, 792. So if I added these 5 items to the cart, let me view my cart. Let me remove this. Now you don't need to buy Windows. If you took out the Windows, it would be 677. So if we ended up, if we wanted to get like a uh, a CPU with this CPU, and again, this is a build at your own, obviously. So if we go by say lowest price, if we have shipped by Newegg and sold by Newegg, we might get some good deals. It's pretty much a mess here. Let's go by best rating. But the only problem with that is you can't sort by cost then. That's why I always like, so if you go lowest price, right? And then over here, you put your price range. So let's say you only want to spend like $100 to $200 in stock, of course. And then let's say you wanted an 8-core processor instead of a 6. And then customer ratings, you wanted like a 4 stars and up. Right? So that's what you would kind of want. So right now you only have, if you just want 8 cores, 16 threads, you have a 5700X. Which is surprising that they don't have an 8-core Intel. So if we did like $200 to $300, then I'm sure Intel would be here. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. So now you got a 5800X for $210. That's really strange. There is no 6-core Intel processors between $200 and $300. That's pretty nuts. Huh. What about the 14th gen here? How much are they? They expensive? Wow, they're not cheap, are they? A 14600 KF is $300. That's a 6 performance cores, 80 cores. Yeah, that's too much. I think it should be a little cheaper. So let's go back to CPUs. Let's go with shipped by Newegg, sold by Newegg, in stock, on sale, lowest price. I'm sure there's going to be 60,000. Oh no, there isn't. There isn't many at all. So here you go. So you can go with a 12th gen Intel 6-core. You can do a Ryzen 5 7600. That's kind of cheap. That's a 6-core. Of course, I'd probably go with this one here, this 12400. Because this would probably be faster than the 5700 from AMD. Maybe. Like in gaming. Obviously, if you're going to do like, you know, if you're going to do content creation. Well, this actually still might be better. What's the specs on this? Oh, these don't have the E-cores. Okay. Interesting. What do they clock up to? 4.4 gigahertz. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay, so oops. Ah, darn it. Yeah. Yeah, so the 400 doesn't have the P cores, E cores. So in that case, you probably would want to step up. Like here you got a 13100, that's only 4 cores. You got a 13400. Now this one has 6 P cores, 4 E cores. The 13400F. Now that one I think clocks up to probably a higher. So it goes up to 4.6. That's not super high. But you can probably overclock it because it's an F series. Or just turn up the power. But it is low power. It's 65 watts. With only a maximum of 148. So that's the limiting factor on that one. You do have the 5800X here by AMD. That's the old socket though. Now you have a 12600KF. That has 6 P cores, 4 E cores. But I would just go with the 1300 series, you know, the 1300 generation, because that would probably still run better. What else we got here? We got a 13500, or are they all bought up? Now here we got a 12600K, which is 6 P cores, 4 E cores. Then we got a 13500K, which is 6 P cores, 8 E cores, right? With 24 megabytes of cache, so that's not a bad deal. And this one's good for gaming and content creation. So if you needed to do a little bit of video editing and stuff like that, you know, streaming a lot, this is definitely a good deal. So let's get rid of this 13400F because that's 250, so that's not really that bad. And you can get probably a pretty cheap motherboard right here for $199. So let's bundle these two together, which they already are. So add that to the cart. So now we're up to, oh wow, we saved money some. Oh, with the combo savings, we saved $65. So we're at $1,095 before tax. So the only thing that you need is a power supply and a case. So for this kind of a system, you don't really need a really powerful power supply, you know what I mean? So let's go by best ratings. And then we'll filter it out down here. So we'll do from like 75 to $100 because you want it to last. So they have a be quiet here. Let's see what's less. Let's see what's from 50 to 75. Because we're on a budget, right? So let's do lowest price. So we got thermal take here for $54. So that's you know, probably an okay power supply. 700 watts. SLI support, that's really funny. How old is this thing? That's a little scary when it says that. Alright, let's skip that one. You know, Rosewell's not too bad. Here's EVGA. Now they are going out of business, but you know, for $70, it's 600 watts. 80 plus gold. Not bad. You could go a little higher here, spend a little bit more. If you don't want to go with EVGA because they're going out of business. I mean, they're still in business now, but they don't make GPUs anymore. Here's an EVGA 700 watts. Has 400 reviews. Most of them are rated pretty good. Now this is plus bronze certified, so that's not as good. You know, I like the gold certifications better. Again, you should do research though on each of the ones that you're deciding to pick. You know, read the reviews. Again, I'm just like running through this a little quicker because this is how I would search first, right? I would pick out the stuff first, then go ahead and read the reviews and then make any adjustments. So here's another thermal take, but that's a bronze again. I don't know these brands, so I'm not going to take a chance. Yeah, so I think, you know, really all you need is that. Now here's MSI Mag Edition, but that's also 80 bronze. Yeah, I like the 600 watt gold. I mean, it's a little low on the wattage end, but it is gold certified, so that's pretty good. And you know, you really don't need like an 800 watt power supply unless you're going to go up to like, say, I don't know, a 7800, a Radeon 7800, or, you know, an RTX 4070 Ti, probably, you know. Like this one here should be fine. And probably this MSI one would be fine, 650 watts at 80 plus bronze. You know, it has 154 ratings and it's pretty high ratings here. So, I mean, if you wanted to just go up a little bit more, but again, remember this is a bronze certification. This one's gold certification, so. And this one also is non-modular. So that's another thing you have to look at. Right, where I think this one is also not modular. Yeah, so whatever cords you get with these, that's what you get. So make sure they got all the pins that you need. Again, if you want to go a little more expensive, you know, you might have to go up a little bit higher. So let's see what we can get at a little higher price here. I don't even know these brands. Sema, Segotep. What the heck does that mean? Now here's a Roseville 850 power supply for 89 bucks. Save $140. Wow. It's only got one review, so that's again kind of scary. Yeah, so okay, we're gonna skip that one. So I only go with brands that I really know, so I'm not gonna just buy anything. Here's a Roseville 1000 watts. Wow. For 90 bucks. Now this is a bronze certified and it is modular. Now it has 1,000 reviews, but it's only got 4 stars, so I always like reading like the what's the 1 star say? Killed my computer. Died after 40 days. Died within 3 months. Don't waste your time. Worked for 38 days. Horrible product. Okay. So let's read the good reviews and see what they have to say. Let's do verified owners, not related products. Let's see. Let's do also. Let's do like date posted. So let's look at the old reviews here. Let's go to page 2. Okay, so these are all recent. Okay, so these are all recent, so people haven't had any issues with them, I guess. See, a lot of people don't understand, you know, you got to look at the certification, because if you're going to try to run a 4090 with this thing, I wouldn't do it. You know? So let's find the next best thing here. These don't really have a lot of good ratings here. So the SEMA has some good ratings. But again, I have no idea what that company is. Never heard of them. Yeah, not really that... Here's a Corsair 750. Fully modular. This is an 80 plus gold. So that would run a more powerful video card if you you know, decided down the road to upgrade. This probably would be fine. So let's add that to the cart. You can get a 3-year warranty for 10 bucks. So if you can go a little, if you can get the warranties, I recommend it. You know, again, we're just looking at Newegg here, so let's do computer case. Again, best rating. We're going to put our price range in because we're on a budget. So let's go to 75 to 100. It's going to be very hard to find something, but we probably, you know, pick what size case you want. You want a small one, you want a big one. That's up to you. I always like a decent sized case just because if I upgrade later to a big video card, you know, then there's not going to be a problem. You know, NZXT is usually pretty good. Fantex is pretty good. You know, Corsair has usually some pretty cases. I like this white one. You know, it has features. Cable management. 2 fans it comes with. It has other slots for SSDs and hard drives. So that one's not bad. Whoops, what happened here? Oh. Then we got this white one by NZXT. They have it showing a video card in there. That looks like a 4080 size. So this one doesn't look too bad. Probably won't fit a 4090 though, so be careful. Like that's a pretty big video card right there, and it just makes it to the end to where the radiator is. Some people posted, I guess. This is people. Yeah, see that? So it's not super big. So just know that. But for the system we're building right now, this is big enough. But again, just remember down the road you might have to, you know, it's good for micro and mini. You can put ATX as well, it says, so it will fit an ATX motherboard. So let's just say, I think I'd rather go with that Corsair one. Fantex, here's a nice big one if you just want a black case. That's a cheap price. It's only 80 bucks right now, so that's a good deal. And it's got good ratings. Again, I would take time to read the ratings, but since I'm on a live stream, I'm not going to waste time. So this one has lots of room, it looks like, to put a video card. At least it appears that way. Seems like it has a pretty good. Still 4090 would probably still not fit in there. But I would say a 4070 would. 4070 Ti, 7800 XT. Yeah, so let's add this to cart. And again, you can buy the protection plan. So let's go to our cart now, because I think we're finished. You can buy Windows online for like 15 bucks, so I'm not going to add that in the price. So not bad, we actually have a monitor with this system. So for $12.85, you can get a really nice looking case. You can get an Asus TUF Z790 motherboard, right? It's not a 600, you know. I didn't oh, I didn't notice that. Whoops. Uh-oh. This has only got DDR4 support, which is weird because I thought all the 700 ones had DDR4 and 5 support. Oh, okay, we got to change that because we have DDR5 here. All right, so let's go ahead and change this. Let's try to find another. Z790. Let's type that in here. Okay, so let's pick DDR5 support if it has that down here. Supported memory. Come on. In stock. We want new. We want it like, well, $100 to $200 if we can get it that low. Free shipping. Shipped by Newegg. Okay, so we don't have anything there, so I'm not sure what let's uncheck free shipping, which is kind of weird because most of them have free shipping. Okay, here we go. So we have an ASRock Pro Z790 that supports DDR5. What's the difference here? Why is there two different kinds? This one's cheaper for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, this is a nice looking board. Let's go with this one here. Again, you can read up on it, make sure it's all good. But it has 4 DDR5 slots, so that's good. So if you want to upgrade later, you can add 2 more. So we'll just go with this one because it looks like it's high enough up the scale where it's got, you know, I mean, how many so it's got 1 PCI 5 slot, 1 PCI 4 times 16, which is fine enough. The graphics cards don't really need they don't really need PCI Express 5 right now. So let's see how many slots do we have here? For SSDs. Doesn't really say. Let's see. Oh, right here. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's got four slots, it looks like. And it supports Gen 4 4 times, I guess. So it doesn't support... It's only got one PCI 5.0, which is kind of weird. Okay. So that might be for the graphics card. Who knows? Anyway, it's got 4 slots. 4 M.2 slots, it looks like. So I don't know where that if we can see that on the board here. It doesn't look that big, so I don't know where it would support it. Let's see. So there's one here, and there's one here. There's one here, and there's one here. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. I believe. Yeah, okay, so it does support 4. Alright, so yeah, so that's cool. So let's add that to the cart. Alright, let's go to our cart. What happened here? Did I put too many? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this one. So we actually saved a little money there. But we lost our bundle deal. Pain in the neck. So we lost our bundle discount, which was kind of messed up. I should have, you know what I should have done? I should have seen if this was bundled with a CPU. But for some reason they don't want to bundle them. Let's check out. Let's see if we can get a bundle with this. Here we go. Yeah, see they're not letting us bundle it, which is kind of a shame. Now we could do a bundle with one of these cases here, I guess. Maybe that'll give us the discount. Cooler Master, white, that'll complement the board. Whoa. Did we lose the bundle? Oh, we need a cooler too. I forgot about that. How much is that thing? Them coolers are just ridiculous. Price. All right, so we're gonna add these to the cart. See, sometimes you just have to like make, you know, modify. So let's get rid of this. So we still don't have the combo savings? Why not? What are we missing here? Why did we not get a savings here? I don't understand that. So let's go back to this one. See if we can get a power supply with this. Okay, here's an all-in-one cooler. Here's a 3060 Ti for $329. Whoa. That's cheap. Yeah, it's not going to give us... I mean, we could go with this Asus Tough here. That'll give us $40 savings. But is that... Ah, my goodness. That's just an image. Alright, let me add it to the cart, because we do need a cooler. Although you don't really need one that powerful, I guess. But for 80 bucks, it has some bad reviews here, but again, you can read it later. So how are we gonna, let's see what we got going on here now. What are they doing to us here? Okay, so this and this was bundled together, right? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So we got case, motherboard, power supply, processor. Why are we up to 1800 now all of a sudden? What do I have here? Do I have double here somewhere? Cooler, monitor. Now if we go back to the video card and type in like 7600. Oh, Radeon. So stupid they have the same number for their CPUs. If we go to lowest price. Ugh. Come on, man. I hate when they do that. It's like, hello, Radeon 7600, here we go. Now, we just want the GPU. Ship by Newegg, free shipping. Okay, they don't have any free shipping. That doesn't make any sense. Do not buy iPassin. Don't let them get you. Wow. Newegg doesn't have any. Alright. What are they doing? I don't want to. I just want a GPU. I hate when they do that. My goodness. We don't want a system. We just want a GPU, dude. We don't want a PC. So let's go to 2 to 300 here. That will probably help filter it out a bit. Alright, so they do have one for $249. So that's not a bad price. It's only got 8 gigs though, remember, you know? So if we type in Radeon RX 7600 versus RTX 3060 12 gigabyte. And I do go to user benchmark. Don't believe all the stupid BS you hear online about user benchmark. I have several GPUs and these guys are right spot on. They're not really, you know, it's not, nothing's perfect, but. So the 7600 is 15% faster overall. Now I don't know if this is the 3060 12 gigabyte or they don't have it. They don't really tell you, unfortunately. Yeah, so it depends on what you're going to want. Do you want the 12 gigabytes or do you want the 8 gigabytes with a little more performance? You know, that's the only thing. You know, it's kind of hard to decide when you're at this price range. But, you know, you could get this. But you're not going to have RTX and DLSS and all that good stuff. I mean, me personally, I would rather have the RTX features, but that's me. So I think what I did was screw up some of the combo deals, because I don't know why it's $1,800 now all of a sudden. Why is this $379? What happened? That's weird. What happened? There's a white core master. Yeah, I'm getting confused about this combo saving stuff here. What are they doing? Like the prices keeps going up like exponentially. What is happening? What's going on here? What is this? I don't remember putting that in there. Okay, so some stuff wasn't showing up, I guess. That's what it was. Like, where is this coming from? See, this is supposed to have a savings deal here. Like, this must be the combo deal here, right? Anyway, I don't know. I screwed it all up because I kept changing the deals. So something ain't right here. This new egg thing is really goofy. Good grief. I mean, I'd rather do Micro Center. Anyway, 13,500 is a good start. Again, I don't know what all these prices are here. What are they doing here? It doesn't make any sense. Why is this $500? It makes no... This is the combo deal, but I don't have the combo. It says 2. I got 2. Why do I have 2? Oh, that's what it's doing. Why is it saying I'm buying 3? And this too. What the heck? That's what's going on here. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know why it did that. So $1,500. But of course you can get it cheaper if you don't keep screwing up the combos like I did. Alright, so you'll get, you know, a monitor. 1440p monitor, 170 hertz. Pretty good. You'll get a 3060 12 gig for $250. Not bad. 13500 processor, which is 6 Ps, 8 cores, pretty good. And it does go up to 4.8 gigahertz, so that's pretty powerful. Got a nice motherboard here. Got a nice pretty case to match the motherboard. Actually, look. Just by accident. You got a white video card, a white and black board, and a white case. So there you go. And here's memory here. Is this DDR4? Oh, that's where the extra costs came in. There we go. So now you got white Corsair Vengeance. DDR5. So you got a nice white theme here for your case. I mean, this is the only thing that's going to be kind of odd is the all-in-one. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Black matches. And the power supply. Yeah. So 1,400. You could probably save a little bit more, like I said, if you kind of play around a little. So let's build a Ryzen system, and we're going to do that through Micro Center, which we have here in the United States. I know, you know, abroad you don't have that. I guess I should have saved that, huh? I should have saved that crap. Let me see here. Newegg. I don't think I can share that though. How do I share this? Can I share this? How can I share this? There's got to be a way to share it, right? Guess not. You can also use the PC builder here too. I forgot about that. PC builder. You can also use that through Newegg. Well, I don't know. Anyway, if you guys want to know exactly the parts that I bought here, let me know. I mean, I was just giving you a baseline, really. I mean, I'll save that in my cart, so if you guys want me to put them up there. Alright, so Micro Center also has a way to build a PC as well. Custom PC builder. So you can select your video card first, because remember, if you have a certain budget, right, then you're probably going to want to boy, this is really small. Let's make that bigger. Whoa. Why did it do that? Lowest price. Let's do that first. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just check the price. So we're probably going to have to pick something between 200 and 300 if we want a budget system. So we got a 6600 for 200, which isn't terrible. We have a 3050 for 215, which is not great. We have an ARC 750 8 gig for 219, which is pretty decent. Let's see. Let's check that out. ARC 750 versus RX 7600. I don't know if they're going to have that. Oh yeah, they do. So the 7600 is 14% faster. So, you know, you're back to where you were before. You know, do you want the ray tracing and the XeSS, which is actually better, you know, does better than the 7600, I think. Or do you want a little bit more performance? They're both 8 gig cards. You know, probably want to get the 7600, even though I'm not a Radeon fan. They got a 750 Titan, 3-fan overclocked edition. Wow. That is crazy. I wonder what the reviews are on that thing. Does it have reviews? No, no reviews. Yeah, so you don't really know if it's like the overclock is really doing anything. But I don't know, I did hear some tech tubers say that these ARC cards, you know, they do have some headroom. But they also have a Sparkle overclocked edition for much less. So there's that. And that does have one review. With no talking, nobody said anything. It just says reviewed, so I don't know. Yeah. So nobody wrote anything, unfortunately. So we don't have their comments. 3-year warranty, that's pretty decent. Parts and labor. That's not a bad deal. So, I mean, if you did want to just go ahead over to the Intel side, you could do that. So I guess we're going to be back again between the 7600 and if we can find a 3060 for a 12 gig, which right here. Yeah. Oh, here's one for 279. So you have a 7600. You can get the cheapest one for cheapest one for 260. So I would probably go up to the 3060 12 gigabyte. Or the 4060 Verto edition here for $299. So this one's got 4 stars for some strange reason. Why? It works, it doesn't make high-end pitch screeching noise. My last video card did. So again, we got lots of reviews here, but nobody's talking. So it really doesn't help when people just give them bad reviews and don't tell you why. This one's PNY, also 3-year warranty. PNY, I don't know, they're not the best quality on the desktop anymore as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Now I know people keep saying go to the 6700. I mean, yeah, I guess you could. But they don't have any for under 300. So what if we went to the Zotac? Let's check again. RTX 3060 12 gigabyte versus RTX 4060. I mean, we got Tom's Hardware here, but okay, so the 4060 is 22% faster than the 3060. So, that's a lot. So I probably would go with the 4060. But Newegg did have a 3060 Ti for a low amount of money. So let's go ahead and check to see what's in the 300 to 400 range, which we're getting a little high here now. So let's see if they have. They do have a 3060 Ti right here for $319. Wow. Huh. RTX 3060 Ti versus RTX 4060. Why I like user benchmark the most is because it's easiest to read. You know what I mean? So the 3060 Ti is 5% faster than the 4060. Wow, that's it? Jeez, that's not even that big of a difference. Yeah, so I would just go with the 4060 at a lower price. Right here, this gigabyte one. But let's just see what else they might have. Here they got a 6700 12 gigabyte. That might work. Ooh. An A770 16 gigabyte for 330. Wow. Ooh, let's check that out. Arc A770. Again, I'm not thrilled about Intel, but you know. That 6700 was 12 gigabytes, right? Yeah. Is that an XT? Oh, that is an XT. Oh, wow. Okay. A 6700 XT. Okay, that's a lot stronger. Here we go. Let's see. That's Reddit. I don't want Reddit. So that's why I don't like this one. This versus one is useless to me. Like it's... I just want to see like a basic number next to each other. You know what I'm saying? So let's do the verses. I'd rather do that one. Let's see if they have it here. Let's try this one first. It doesn't say necessarily what. If this is the 16 gig variant or the 8 gig, that's the only thing that's a downfall here. So the 6700 XT, as far as this says, is 10% faster than Arc 770, but again, it doesn't say if this is the 16 gigabyte variant or not. So let's see if there's another one. Again, is this the 8 gigabyte or the 16 gigabyte, or does it matter? I mean, it has to matter, right? Because everybody was crying that it matters. Wow, where do they get these crazy prices from? See, this just says 8 or 16. It's not telling you like if it actually they actually tested it. You know, I want to actually test it. Now, if you go on a Reddit post, they're all going to be AMD fanboys. I mean, you definitely get more VRAM with the ARC card, you know. And again, you're taking a chance on, you know, new tech. But you know, for 330, that's actually a pretty good price, you know. So you know, you could go with the 6700. I mean, that's a really good price for an XT. You know, if it was just a 6700. You know, I'd probably lean towards the ARC. Now let's see if there's any 4060 Ti's before we jump to conclusions here. Now here's a 6750 XT, so I guess that's better than a 6700 XT. Here's a 4060 Ti still for $379, so it really isn't that much of a price value. But we are getting out of our budget, right? We're getting out of our budget. So let's just say we went with the ARC because we wanted 16 gigs. So we'll 330. All right, so I guess, I don't know what you can get. I was gonna go with a Ryzen CPU this time. Let's do AMD. Let's do price range again. Let's do AM5. So I guess if we're gonna go with AMD, we probably definitely should go with a, I mean, it's a lot more expensive, but a 7800 X3D is only 350, so I mean, that's just a no-brainer. We're gonna have to save money though on the other stuff because, well, it's gonna get expensive real quick. So let's go with cases between 75 and 100. We'll go with the Cooler Master this time for 99. Power supply. Again, we'll go to 75 to 100 and see what we can get. So here is a 750 Corsair for 80 bucks. So let's select that. Has 5 stars. Cooling, we didn't get our, wait, we did get the CPU. So we could probably just get like a cheap cooler for that. Even though I don't like cheap coolers. We got to select the motherboard first. Okay. Motherboard. Okay, so they already detected I picked Ryzen, so that's pretty cool. Now I don't know much about these motherboards, but again, we're going to try to stick within a price range, but let's try between 100 and 200. I imagine the 670 is what we want to go for here. Highest rating. I mean, you could go dirt cheap and just get a B650. I mean, for 119. But I don't know, it just seems kind of... Now here's a micro ATX board, but I don't know if you want to go micro. So that's the only other 5-star ones here. So, I mean, since they're all, I mean, this is the only one, but I wouldn't get a micro. Since this 650 is so close to this one, I would probably go with the 670, assuming it has better features. Okay, again, I would just read reviews, do research, whatever, but right now we're just kind of putting something together. So we're already up to 1059. So we're going to do a M.2 drive, of course. And we want to do like new. We want to do like, you know, 50 to 75 bucks maybe. We want capacity. We want, oh wait, what am I doing? I'm looking for a hard drive, duh. Okay, sorry about that. So we want like at least a 2 terabyte drive for sure. So again, we want highest ratings. Oh, we want 2 terabytes. Let me put that down here too. Capacity, 2 terabytes. We want M.2. I don't know what key 1 and 2 means. I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. I think, let's see. Let me just look at this real quick. says 2280. I don't know what. Not sure what the key means. Is that the socket or something? 5-year warranty. That's pretty good. Huh. I don't know what it means by the key. I never really seen that before. Where are the specs? Like it's specs. Here we go. It says 228M key. That's all I know. Which I'm assuming that's normal. I don't know. Oh, okay, here, 2280. My God. Sorry. Stupid. Solid dimes are pretty good, as far as I know. It's a little more expensive. But I mean, if you just want something for a boot drive, for now, you know what I mean? And at least, you know, Gen 4, you want at least Gen 4. I mean, they got this inland one that's 2 terabytes, Gen 4 times 4. This is times 3. You know, you can always get another one later that's like a better, you know, much better brand, I guess you could say. You know, if you just want something to put Windows on and be able to run some games. Although I recommend buying 2 drives. I always recommend buying 2 drives, you know. Now, if you really wanted to go cheap, you could get these inland 670p's, or this one here, if you just want to get your 2 drives now, you know. Now, I wonder, with the reviews here, why is it like... yeah, most recent. So let's see if there's any large capacity, painfully slow when you're writing large amounts of data. Yeah, I think that's because it's a QLC drive, I guess. Because that's what that's the problem. That's why they're so cheap. I think the QLC, it has really slow write speeds or something when you have large files. You know, that's the only problem. But, I mean, at $71 for 2 terabytes, that's really good. I mean, if you're just going to play games, it probably will be fine. If you're doing content creation, then I would say no, probably not a good idea, you know, to do that. But again, if you're on a budget, we already picked a more expensive GPU, so. But these are only Gen 3, remember, so. But they are times 4 Gen 3, so that's still pretty fast. I mean, don't let people like, don't, you know, Gen 5 is a lot faster for sure, but, you know. Again, I like to have 2 drives. You know what I'm saying? One for gaming, one for Windows. So, I mean, for me, I think I would just go ahead and go with... Let's see what the reviews were on this one. But they're going to say the same thing. They're going to say painfully slow when you're doing large files. So let's look at a negative. Here it is. I got to try 2 and both would run almost right speed, but after running the drive a half a day or so, the read speeds go down to 22 and the writing would only go to 900 to 1000. Well, that's not really that bad, but that's probably because they're overheating them. Remember, when these drives get hot, they will, you know, slow down. So if you're doing a lot of copy filing, you know what I'm saying? So again, if you're going to be copying large files, I would not get them if it's for content creation, you know? But again, it should be fine for gaming, you know, because you're still going to get way faster speeds than, you know, um, make sure that you put like a heatsink on it. You can buy heat sinks from Amazon, you know, for you can buy like a kit for these things for like maybe 12 bucks, 15 bucks, and you'll get like the thermal pads, you'll get everything that you need for them. So if your motherboard doesn't come with a heat sink, you know, then you can just buy them dirt cheap. I do want to see what the write speeds on this one is, because the other one, somebody did say what the write speeds were. I don't know why they don't have a section here for, like, where they have pictures. Some people are using these as RAM drives as well. I'm just trying to see like what, here it is, here you go. Okay, so he didn't use this with a motherboard. He used it with a USB 3.2 enclosure. And this is the speeds he got running it through a USB cable. So, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, running it through a USB cable. Probably if you were running this on the motherboard, you would get twice these speeds. So again, you're talking over 2,000 megabits per second and probably close to, you know, 900 megabits per second over on this side. So, I mean, that's perfectly fine for gaming. I mean, it's not, that's not going to be a problem at all. I mean, so I mean, shoot, to get 4 terabytes for like 140 bucks, I mean, that's, you really can't go bad with that, you know? What's the warranty though? 6 years limited warranty. Wow. What? Huh. So this is from Saladime, I think. Oh no, this is Inland. I thought that was the same. Ah, I would go with the, that's a good question now. I would go with the Intel right here. So let's select this. We're going to get 2 of them puppies. Now, can we, how do we, yeah, we can get 2 of these. Whoops. Oh, what happened? Did it work? Yeah, 2. So we have a very good processor. Looks like a decent motherboard. We got a 16 gig video card for 330. Of course, again, it's Intel, so we're taking a chance. You can get the other one though, obviously, if you were buying this, the 6700 XT, which would be fine. We're getting 4 terabytes of storage, which is wonderful. You know, for 100 and less than 145 bucks. Oh, the cooler. Yeah. We don't need an expensive cooler for this Ryzen chip, I don't think. So let's just go with, what do we have here? We don't have, everything's dark, so yeah, we don't have anything. Did I buy the RAM already? I didn't buy the RAM yet. Yeah, everything's dark, so we'll just stay dark. Again, I don't really know. I'd have to do some research on these to find out which one's the best, but you know, I have a deep cool and that seems to work okay. But if you want some RGB lighting, you can go with this Cooler Master. But I'm gonna go with this deep cool right here. That should be fine enough, I think, for the 7800X3D, I believe. Sorry for the sniffles. Case fans, well, I don't know what that case has. It looks like it comes with some fans. So what do we have here? We have the processor, motherboard, video card, storage, case, and power supply. So we need the RAM. Where's the RAM? Did I already get the RAM? Here it is, RAM. So RAM, we're gonna go cheap. New. Okay, so they don't even have heat sinks on them. That kind of sucks. Alright, we're gonna go 75 to 100. They do have closeout. What's that? Why is that getting closed out? I don't know. Now, we used to be able to get free RAM with these things, but that's, I think, if you just go in the store. So let's go with highest rating here. A lot of 5 stars, man. Got this team group for 77. Corsair Vengeance for 79. Of course, you would have to look at the timings, I guess. Got this team group here. For 77. Now, I think you can go up to like 6,000, but let's see what speeds we can get up to here. Let's try 6,000. Okay, they do have some 6,000 kits. I'm assuming these are AMD compatible. So here's $82 right here for Team Group. So let's look at the specs here. You can go up to 6,000 on it. See, it says Intel certified, so I don't know. We need AMD certified here, so I'm not sure about that. Oh, here's 32 gigs. That's not bad. That's really cheap now. Wow. Here's 32 gig kit. Does this one have AMD certification? Just says Intel XMP. Huh. Well, that's not good. Can we say AMD? Here, AMD, here we go. So we got the G-Skill Flare X5. So this one's supposed to be AMD Expo certified, so we'll go with that. So it's 32 gig kit, so that's really nice. So we're at 1264 without a monitor. So if we go to the Newegg cart here, we spent $1,400 for the Intel system, which, mind you, is going to be slower. You know, overall. But we did get a monitor with this, and a nice cooler, because we probably didn't need to spend this much on a cooler for the 13500. We could have got an air cooler. So you can probably knock like $50 off this. And probably if we got it from Newegg, we might have got everything cheaper except the monitor. So, okay, so now we're at 1264. So that's not bad, really. We got a 7800X 3D with a decent motherboard, 32 gigs of RAM, 16 gig GPU, which is nice. 4 terabytes of storage. Nice case, decent power supply. So let's see, what about monitors? Do they let us pick monitors here or no? Monitors right here, here we go. So let's see here, I want to pick a 32 inch. Let's see if we can get a 32 inch cheap. Let's do refresh rate. Let's do 1440 and 4K. Well, we better not do 4K because that's going to mess up the refresh rate. Let's see what here response time, refresh rate. Here we go. So we want at least 144. So we want to check all these boxes here. I mean, we could do 4K as well. Oh, that's going to put us in expensive, I guess. So, oh wow, look at this. Wow. Here we got a Dell 32 inch 1440 165 for $229. Whoa. Oh. Huh. They're both FreeSync. Well, this one's FreeSync Premium. So what's the response time on this thing now? 1 millisecond. It is a VA panel, so it's not really geared towards gaming. This is also a VA panel, so yeah, that's what you got to kind of look at that. I mean, I don't care, but sometimes, you know, the blacks and stuff can be a little, you know, it's good for slower moving stuff. But it's not, by no means horrible, you know. By no means horrible. But we have this MSI optics. Now I can vouch for these optics things here. These are really good. I have one. This is a really good monitor. The colors are fantastic. It just looks so rich. Mine isn't even 165. I got the 144. And it's a large enough screen. It's got the curve. Yeah, I would definitely... All these reviews should be 5 stars. Oh, come on. What's the 4-star for? So he said the colors are different, but the one thing, if you did get this MSI optics, you have to play around with it to get the colors to work right. I don't know why, but they just coming out of the factory, it doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So you'll have to play around with the settings to get it, you know, to your liking. But I would definitely go with this one on a budget, because this is... I like my optics. It's very good. It's the one that I'm using over there to look at everything that I'm doing here. So we got 1,514. Now again, with Micro Center though, you have to, you know, go to the store. You can't. I don't believe you can order this online. As far as I know. But here is a good price for it. This is a really good system. Again, the only thing that's questionable is the Intel, but you know, hopefully they keep working on their drivers. But if you had a 6700 XT here, good. I wish that I could share like these builds. I don't know how to do it though. Can you share this? Copy. Let's see. Let me copy this and see if we can share it. Is anybody watching this right now? I guess not. Let me see if I can share this in the chat. It probably won't let me. Oh, it did. Now let's see if I can actually see this. Because this is actually not a bad system. Of course, you might be able to get a cheaper... come on, what is this doing? McAfee, what are you doing to me? Copy. Come on. Alright, it's not letting me paste it for some reason. Alright, so you have to be logged in, I guess. Or maybe you gotta pick a store. Let me pick the store. Why is it? Oh. Hold on. Why is this so small? My God. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it did work. Okay, good. Yep. So the link does work, actually. Now, again, you might be able to get this cheaper if you get like a pre-built from some company, you know, or whatever. But that's actually not a bad, you know, that's not a bad system though. I would consider getting that, you know, minus the ARC card, because I won't take a chance on an ARC card. Um, it's a really shame that Newegg doesn't give you the option to copy your cart. You know what I mean? It really is a shame. I mean, I can print it, but that's not going to help share it. You know what I mean? Now maybe I can share my wish list. Let's see. Move all to wish list. Why is it asking me? Now let me see if I could share my wish list. Let me go to... Huh. How do I go to my wish list? Public wish lists. My list. Here we go. My list. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened here. It didn't save. So I just lost it. It says move all to wish list, but it's not asking me to name it. So I can put it in move all to there we go. 13500 build. Alright, now let me add view my wish list. Here we go. Now can we copy this? Can I share it? It still isn't going to let me share it. Come on. Come on, Newegg. Copy link. Can you make this public? Oh, you can make it public. There we go. Alright, now let me see if I can share it now again. Copy link. Let me see if I can share it. Let's see what happens. It says secure though, so that's not looking very good when it says secure. Yeah, it's not gonna work, I don't think. Which is kind of dumb. I mean, that would help them sell more, you know? Yeah, they want you to sign in. So unfortunately that doesn't work. Unless you're signed in, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna... So unfortunately I can't share this, I guess. And I don't know how to, if you can. It's really stupid. But again, it's not as... Oh, here we go. Share. Right here. There it is, hiding over there. Alright, let's try that now. See if that works. I'm using a browser that I don't have any logins to see if it works. Oh, come on. Good grief. There we go. Okay, it is working. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright. Anyway. But this this Ryzen build's pretty nice. It's a little more expensive, but not too shabby. I mean, I'm sure I probably could have found some similar deals on Newegg as well. Probably. But this is definitely a better build, I think, than the other one. You you know. I would still probably like an RTX card. I would still probably go with an RTX card. Probably the 3060 12 gig, you know. Although this RK 7070 is quite more powerful. %38 faster. Yeah, so that's way faster. Yeah, I would probably stick with this or go with that 6700. All right, guys. Well, that's it. All done. That was a long video, but you know, I was trying to roll through as quickly as I could. But we built 2 systems. It seems like this time the Ryzen system helped or won out because the 7800X 3D for $350. That's a good price. That's a really good price. All right, guys. Have a good day. Peace. I hope I didn't block you too much there.